A few years ago, City Utilities made the decision to focus on its electric infrastructure maintenance needs. This project is an example of that commitment, focusing on T&D's most critical assets, which is our substations. This station serves a mixture of residential and commercial, including some of the critical loads downtown Springfield, the Bush Building, Government Plaza, the nearby colleges, Drury, Evangel, OTC. Essentially, this is a $5 million reliability improvement project. Most customers, as long as the lights come on, that's what their expectations are, and if we don't do a good job staying ahead of maintenance and focusing on that infrastructure and those needs to upgrade, well, then we'll have a system that continues to decay and they'll see more outages. The design was done in-house, and as you can see, there's nothing in this station that serves any customers right now because everything's demolished. So they had to come up with a plan to put all that load on adjacent substations and circuits, then also prepare for things not arriving on time so that we could be carried through the summer as well. Part of that plan is the mobile substation you see on the other side of the project. That's a contingency plan in case things didn't go as intended and we have to get through a summer loading season without this station being in service.
This large trailer you see is one of two mobile substations that we have here at City Utilities. And as you can see, it's basically a substation on wheels. They're available if we need them for maintenance or for whenever there's a problem in the system. Which, if there was a tornado, we could possibly set one up at a substation if it had suffered some damage. Typical setup, we can have one set up in about a day. We can use this mobile substation to also support the system during construction, and that's what's going on here at Hargis Sub. To rebuild the substation, we first have to remove all the old equipment that normally serves this area, and we're using the mobile to support the system while we do that.
We don't always have the luxury to be able to switch all that load out depending on how much is served and what else it's connected to. So that flexibility, having those units, has been key for us to be able to do these projects successfully and keep the customers' lights on, which is really, at the end of the day, what we're all doing.
Hargis, whenever it's complete, will have 8 feeders coming out of it. This mobile here will basically feed 1 feeder.
This really boils down to the reality that nothing lasts forever. We have a very robust maintenance and testing program, but at the end of the day, we've got units that are almost 60 years old and they cost $1 million a piece, and it takes a year to replace them. So if we don't stay diligent with respect to trying to stay ahead and be proactive as we can be with that maintenance and that infrastructure, then that's where you end up on the front page of the paper ultimately for big failures. Our goal is to avoid big failures, large-scale outages, and it requires a big team to stay on top of that.